Welcome to the Ascension Football Show. And for Season 3, we are showcasing the Ascension Invitational Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. And today, first up, we have Real Westport with the Professor when we get back.
As you mentioned, you want to take the team to the highest heights in Trinidad and Tobago football. You know,
We're talking about Ascension Football Tournament.
yeah.
You've been...
When the money come, you know, they need a little $2 in their pocket. You know, so I see going professional.
And we're back. The Professor,
So my friend,
pleasure to have you on set, sir.
Always a pleasure being here.
Real Westport. We'd have seen you in the past with so many different clubs. Most recently, Super League with
Guaya. Yeah, that's the latest.
And now you have this Real Westport team. What is this Real Westport team about, Mr. Lafrey?
Real Westport, yes. Real Westport is real. There's a brainchild of mine coming from the West, you know, the Western Hemisphere, so to speak, in terms of trying to capture the footballers from down on that side, from like Marval, Cocorit, St. James, Carinas, Point Commander. So it's real. It's real at the fort, so I decided to name the team Real Westport.
A fitting name for the team.
Fitted.
We're talking about Ascension Football Tournament.
Yeah.
You've been given access to be part of one of the teams to take part in the tournament. What's the meaning of being part of the Ascension Tournament to the team, the new team of Real Westport?
That's how real it is, you know, that it's a pleasure for us, I must say, to come in this particular league, you know, that's big volume for us. You know, the name Real Westport, this is what we're looking at, you know, we want to be real in terms of, you know, coming into the league and showcasing the talent from all over, as I mentioned earlier on. That's where the real comes in.
And where we taking this Real Westport?
Yeah.
Is it going to be a zonal team? Is it going to be a semi-professional team, a professional team? Where is it?
Yeah, I see it, honestly speaking, I want it to be professional down the road, you know, because modern day players, when they play, they need something. They need something to play for. They need something to have a backings in terms of, like when the money come, you know, they need a little $2 in their pocket. You know, so I see going professional in a couple of years to come.
So, after the Ascension League, we know the Ascension League is normally a curtain opener for other leagues. Where would you see Real Westport going after the Ascension League? Or is that still in terms of the early stages with the team in terms of planning and that?
It's good. No, our plan is within what's taking place, you know, because the Ascension League by itself is the eye opener for the powers that be, you know, because as mentioned, we want to take the team to the highest heights in Trinidad and Tobago football, you know. So this Real Westport, this is the eye opener for us in terms of after this league, you know, we like to apply for the professional league if given a chance.
Oh, so that's the vision, to use this as a showcase, show the players, show what the team is about. So in terms of the introduction to the community, we're talking about Westport, Diego Martin, Carnage, as you would have mentioned. Where's the base of the team from? Is it from Diego Martin, Carnage? Where the home is? Where training?
Training is in Diego Martin. Right. We came from Diego Martin, surrounded by the different areas that you're telling about. So here we are, Diego Martin and the rest of the committees. That's where we are right now.
That's where your focus is.
Focus is here. But I don't mean to say it. I mean to say like you might get a talent or two coming from other areas, you know. But the objective is, you know, we want to
keep that core in the West.
In the West, so to speak.
Right. And what's the goals for the team within the Ascension tournament?
Right, the goal is to showcase again. The goal is always with me in particular when I presented myself as a professor, as a coach. When I presented myself, I present myself to the highest level where I play to win. I enjoy playing to win. You know, so the showcase with the Super League will give me a nice opportunity to show what the professor really made of.
Yeah. Okay. Some of the persons behind the scenes with this Real Westport, is that is just you, or is there a team, manager, persons behind the scenes?
Yeah, we have a couple of nice heads behind the team. We have Mr. Gordon here. All right, he's one of the directors in the organization. We have Shilan Hartley is also another director. So right now in talks with other people, but for start, this was the threesome that really formed the team nucleus. Yeah, so.
Professor, I want to take a short break. I know we now start, but I want to get into it a little more.
Not a problem.
So we'll take a short break. When we get back, we get a little more in depth with the professor and real Westford.
Pest control is a pain, but you don't have to go it alone. If you're a business that needs someone who will fix your problems point blank, go with the brand that's tested. Go with Terminix. Born almost a century ago in Memphis, Tennessee, Terminix International's mission has been to spread its innovations across the world through its integrated pest and termite management system, reducing the infestation of pests and vermin. Our Trinidad franchise neutralizes the threat of tropical insects and ensures that companies, from food production to hospitality, protect their investment and get the maximum value from our relationship. And we've been doing it well for over 20 years. Termites and pests are relentless, but they're no match for Terminix. Contact us today for a free consultation and quote, and let's introduce you to convenience. Protect your premises today. Choose a service provider that persists. Talk to Terminix.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions. Hey, Ascension! Ascension! Premium quality and style make you stand out all the time. Ascension is quality for champions. Ascension fit is always right. Take your game to higher heights. Ascension got the quality for champions. Now everybody say, hey, oh, we wearing Ascension when we play. To run out on the field in style. What's the brand that we want? Ascension! 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 We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Quality for a champion. Ascension. We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions.
I'm Gordon Pierre, Director Part Owner of Real Westport United. Terry Frennick, he was afraid to play after the Rangers. Angus Eve was afraid to play after the Rangers. But we, the Ron Lafayette trained team, we are ready, willing and able to defend the West against the Lafayette Rangers attack. Westport has answered the call and Westport is ready.
Lasso Frame Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. At our facilities, security checks ensures that all vehicles are secured. Our newly renovated bathrooms are always kept in a clean working order. Need repairs and maintenance? We have you covered. Our qualified workmen will get the job done. Boat storages, from our marina, you can easily push off for a family sailing trip. Out fishing with the boys.
fun DDI experience with friends. Boat repairs, secured parking, extensive camera system, boat charters, boat rentals, down the island parties. Contact us at 1-868-634-1653. Lasso Frame Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. Life's better on a boat. Amante Del Cafe is located at Magnificent Mall, number 271 Southern Main Road, McBean, Couva. Amante Del Cafe. Happiness begins with brew.
And we're back. Professor, I want to get into a bit about the team. We'd have heard about Real Westport before the pandemic, or right as the pandemic would have came in. So it's been a while.
Yes.
Tell me how you're training, how you keep the guys fit during the period to now take part in the tournament.
Yeah, we have what we did actually, as I mentioned to the players, I always say to the players, no trainer can get you fit, none whatsoever. You know, you as an individual, you got to look after yourself. You know, so what we do on the chat, we put out in the chat, we send out what we call like a circuit training for them. You know, you do these certain things, keep your body in shape, and when called upon, you're not coming back here with no set of belly and stuff like that. You know?
Like how I gallop it.
I wouldn't call it that. I don't think myself also. So what they do the individual work, and when the Minister of Sports opened it back up, they came back out with a nice percentage of fitness now. So this was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so take us through a typical training session with the guys now, coming back out of and getting back on the field per se.
Yeah, definitely. So some of these sessions, or most of these sessions, we deal with the physical technical skill. Physical technical skills is whereby that first touch, very important for the game. You know, that's something you're supposed to leave here. You're supposed to come with that first touch. You follow me? That individual whereby, hey, you must want to do certain things. You must want to play to win. That kind of scenario, right? This is part of the session with them. You want to see that the attitude when they're training. You want to see, hey, if a man kick them, you want to see how they reacting to that. You know, if somebody talk to them hard, you want to see how they reacting to that. You know, so it's a whole holistic personal kind of thing between the players and themselves.
Ron, when you talk about the West, you're talking Westport, Diego Martin, Carnage, we're talking quality players. Give me a list of, give me a few of the key players now. I don't know why
you want to put it through that.
We're talking, let the whole of Diego Martin looking at it. The whole of the West, seeing this interview, they want to know who you have.
Right.
Come and look for. Give you 3 names that some of the players.
There's a bunch of no names. We have a whole heap of no names is footballers that I think the national coach will be impressed with. You know, but they say like call particular names right now. Yeah, I don't want to give out that just to say, oh, we have this, we have that, we have this. But what we have is a nice bunch of youth, whereby they want to showcase themselves with the national team.
When you watch the national team for the last maybe 10 years, the West falling out the Joven, Jones, Molino.
Right, so you find like they might have family. Yes, they will have family that be interested in the team. You follow me? But they point them out right now and say, oh, Oh yeah, looking at him, you're looking at him, you're looking at him. I don't think we're ready for that right now.
I try to squeeze that one out.
I know that.
I know you have a big players in the West. So
We have some nice ones.
All right.
We have some nice ones coming.
We'll wait and see.
Thank you.
See.
We have some nice
But
ones.
how we intend to engage that support from the community and really tying that support from the community?
Yeah,
with the team?
yeah. I think the committee excited about it. We approached several businesses in terms of, as mentioned in a couple of interviews before, whereby the players need us. The players need the support from the community, whereby they can showcase the product inside the committee itself. So the supporters and them, they're eager and angry, and not angry, sorry, anxious to come and see the team play. So that kind of revamping the relationship in the community.
Any problems you foresee within the tournament? Any challenges you foresee within the tournament? Being a new club, being a new kid on the block. But you've been doing this for years. But in terms of the team, getting the team together and getting them gel, you foresee any challenges within the tournament?
Well, again, as mentioned, you're playing at the highest level, right? You're playing at the best, right? Now, coming at me as an individual now, when I play, I want to play against the best, It's the same philosophy I have with the coaching, You want to mix and match with the big boys in there, So I have no problem, in terms of the challenges. No, I think we're ready to go and see how the challenge look for the first period of time.
The situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God, at least they will fear Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods could impact on pests across the country?
I find we look after the rights of pests as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for the carnival, if you'll interview him, eh?
But how can you defend one shot, one kill?
What, you want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions.
Ascension! Ascension! Premium quality and style make you stand out all the time. Ascension is quality for champions. Ascension fit is always right. Take your game to higher heights. Ascension got the quality for champions. So everybody say, hey, oh. We wearing Ascension when we play. To run out on the field in style. What's the brand that we want? Ascension! 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 We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Quality for a champion. Ascension! We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Quality for a champion. Ascension! We wearing what we wearing is Ascension.
Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions. Amante Del Cafe is located at Magnificent Mall, number 271 Southern Main Road, McBean, Couva. Amante Del Cafe. Happiness begins with brew.
My name is Ryan Frederick. I'm a midfielder and I play for Central Soccer. The biggest challenge is to try and finish in the top 3. It will be a tough tournament, but we come to give a good show and show everyone how much good players we have in Central here. Central Soccer has answered the call and Central Soccer is ready.
Lasso Frame Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. At our facilities, security checks ensures that all vehicles are secured. Our newly renovated bathrooms are always kept in a clean working order. Need repairs and maintenance? We have you covered. Our qualified workmen will get the job done. Boat storages, from our marina, you can easily push off for a family sailing trip. Out fishing with the boys. Or a fun DDI experience with friends. Repairs, secured parking, extensive camera system, boat charters, boat rentals, down the island parties. Contact us at 1-868-634-1653. Lasso Frame Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. Life's better on a boat.
What do you do well as a team?
As a team?
Yeah.
What we do well, we do a lot of skill work with them, you know. We do a lot of technical skills with them in terms of being confident on the ball. We do a lot of that with them right now.
What is the most positive aspect of your team? Attack, defense, midfield?
Well, if you know the professor, my whole lifetime, I was a striker, you know, so if when I teach him, you know, my first priority will be how we doing this in attack, you know. Because I always see like defense win championships, of course, but for me, I like to go after it in the early stage of any kind of game. You find out my football is based more on attack.
Being the professor, what advice you'll give to our upcoming player?
Well, see your goals, see your dreams, you know that. We know it's not easy, especially in the rural communities, you know, but keep your head above water, what's the company you're following, and, you know, stay in lane, stay on the right track, and, you know, the sky's the limit in terms of you being who you want to be.
I am Conil Thomas, the central defender here at Real Westport United.
I'm Gordon Pierre, director part owner of Real Westport United. Well, Real Westport is a relatively new team. You know, we were formed just as COVID started in 2020. We were formed because of the need to have football played and represented in the western part of the country. After Rangers moved from St. Anne's to the east, you know, there was no one really representing a community from Port of Spain come back. You know, we had an AC Port of Spain, but at that time, they were still a bit in between northeast and what have you. So we wanted to represent the western part of the country. Of course, the fort, it is, as you look up just above us, the Fort George is the symbol that we use, Real West Fort. In the olden days, the ancient days, the fort represented, you know, the battle station which defended the city and therefore the country. And we want to represent Real West Fort, want to represent the western part of the country, coming from St. James, Cookerit, Caranage, Pitty Valley, Diego Martin, Marval, all west of the fort. We are going to represent the fort not only in football, on the field, but off the field as well.
My experience with the team so far has been great here, under the coach, Professor Ron Laffery. Right, the players we have here is exceptional. Well, you know, getting together for the first time in 2 years, right, here at Real Westport. And the coach is actually doing a pretty good job with us right now. Well, a difficult practice day with us right now is just basically getting the team together, mostly playing, trying to get together because we have about 2 weeks before the league actually starts. Right, so it's a basic training session today, mostly football oriented here at Real Westport.
Well, you know, a typical training day under the Professor Ron Laffery is a very interesting day. You know, we start all the time with ball work. So we warm up with the ball, we get skill work with the ball, we get technical with the ball, and then we get tactical and the experience in terms of 11v11. That's how we do it. We always do everything with the ball, more Brazilian-like than European-like. So it's more with the ball, and that's how we intend to play. We intend to be entertainers, entertain Trinidad and Tobago, so that entertaining and classical football still exists in Trinidad and Tobago.
My greatest experience in sports so far has been traveling a lot. Right? Yeah, I was at plenty of teams like St. Anne's Rangers, Jablote, Club Sando, TN Tech. Right, I have also traveled and played outside in Suriname. Right, but I'm back home now here with Real Westport United. Well, what basically motivates me to stay playing football is actually keeping myself active and staying fit. And basically the coaches that have in Trinidad here actually motivates me mostly of the times. And actually Professor Ron Laffery is one of the greatest ever passed through Real Westport United. Actually, I really can't say at the moment. Right, I'm really anxious for the league to start. Then I can really tell you which opponent I really has my eyes on at right now.
Well, of course, you know, we want to be the big boys. As the song goes, you want to bamba with the big boys. We want to bamba with the big boys. Lahokota Rangers, that team from the West, the most resource team in the country, and allegedly the team with the best players in the country. We want to really meet them. We're excited. We're up for that clash. I think that's a clash that all persons should definitely come out and see. The clash between Real Westport and Lahokota Terminex Rangers. Well, of course, you know, the Lahokota Rangers clash between Real Westport and Lahokota Rangers, it goes back to the players. A majority of the Lahokota Rangers players come from the western part of Trinidad. They have passed under my hand at one time or the other as a coach, or either as a coach or as a manager. So we really want to play the Lahokota Rangers team. Of course, Terry Frenwick, he was afraid to play Lahokota Rangers. Angus Eve was afraid to play Lahokota Rangers. But we, the Ron Laffery trained team, yes, the Ron Laffery coach team, we are ready, willing and able to defend the West against the Lahokota Rangers attack.
I'm actually excited, you know, getting back into the sports. We've been out for at least 2 years. You know, sports here will actually get a lot of men off the streets. right? Keep them active, keep them out of trouble, and earn a living.
Well, we are very excited. All sportsmen throughout the country have been down more or less for 2 years, and it's an exciting time for us to be back on the pitch. Hats off to the Ascension League for being the first football tournament out. So it shows a level of preparedness, a level of enthusiasm and organization for us to be back on the pitch. We're excited. We're ready to defend the western part of the country. Of course, the Prime Minister comes from the West, right? He represents Diego Martin West, so we're going to be representing the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance as well. Real Westport has answered the call.
And Westport United is ready.
I'm Gordon Pierre, Director Part Owner of Real Westport United. Terry Frenwick, he was afraid to play like the Rangers. Angus Eve was afraid to play like the Rangers. But we, the Ron Lafferty trained team, we are ready, willing and able to defend the West against the Lahapita Rangers attack. Westport has answered the call and Westport is ready.
The situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God, at least they will fear Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods could impact on pests across the country?
I find we look after the rights of pests as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for the carnival, if you'll interview him, eh?
But how can you defend one shot, one kill?
What, you want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions.
Ascension! Ascension! Premium quality and style make you stand out all the time. Ascension is quality for champions. Ascension fit is always right. Take your game to higher heights. Ascension got the quality for champions. So everybody say, hey, oh. We wearing Ascension when we play. To run out on the field in style. What's the brand that we want? Ascension! 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 We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Quality for a champion. Ascension! We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Quality for a champion. Ascension! We wearing what we wearing is Ascension.
Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions. Del Cafe is located at Magnificent Mall, number 271 Southern Main Road, McBean, Couva. Amanzi Del Cafe. Happiness begins with brew.
My name is Ryan Frederick. I'm a midfielder and I play for Central Soccer. The biggest challenge is to try and finish in the top 3. It will be a tough tournament, but we come to give a good show and show everyone how much good players we have in Central here. Central Soccer has answered the call and Central Soccer is ready.
Ascension Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. At our facilities, security checks ensures that all vehicles are secured. Our newly renovated bathrooms are always kept in a clean working order. Need repairs and maintenance? We have you covered. Our qualified workmen will get the job done. Boat storages, from our marina, you can easily push off for a family sailing trip. Out fishing with the boys. Or a fun DDI experience with friends. Repairs, secured parking, extensive camera system, boat charters, boat rentals, down the island parties. Contact us at 1-868-634-1653. Ascension Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. Life's better on a boat.
Professor, it's been a pleasure having you on set, sir. Always a pleasure interviewing you and getting your thoughts in terms of the West. I know you're a Westman true and true. So it was a pleasure having you on set.
Yeah, I must say thanks again. We appreciate it very much. Thanks for having us. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, we hope so. We hope so. The perfect niceness. When you
talk about the professor, you talk about niceness.
niceness. So that's it for another Ascension Football Show. Remember to watch us on our YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram pages at the Ascension Football Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago.